Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by Big H Love with Robin R. Robinson. It is Friday, December 5th. It's about 10:42 a.m. Central Time. It's a little early, but just wanted to say, hey, how's it going? I hope you've had a good week. And you've been taking care of yourself and some me time and whatnot. And as you know, Big Age Love is a show for savvy and one of these savvy folks who want to age gracefully, age well, stay relevant and fabulous, and keep your mind moisturized because a moisturized mind is a magnificent mind, and stay cute as hell in the process. So yeah. I've had a good week. I've been positive. I've been kind of not hibernating. It's been really cold here. I mean, yesterday it was like 45 degrees all day. Today, I think it'll get to maybe it was even 40 yesterday. And today, maybe it might get to 48. And then after that, it'll start warming up. But you know, I didn't walk yesterday because it was really cold, but I will be walking today, and as well as doing my other exercises. So, been reading. I'm reading Lionel Richie's autobio, Truly, which I'm enjoying. So, yeah, so far so good. So, anywho, I'm coming to you again with some fabulous tips on how to age well and age gracefully and age fabulously and all of that. And I know one of the things that a lot of us have maybe troubles with or challenges with is gaining weight during the holiday season. So, this recording is going to be on how not to gain weight during the holidays. So, between Thanksgiving and Christmas parties and potlucks and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve munchies and New Year's Day and Kwanzaa and Thanksgiving and all of that, there is just a plethora of caloric options that are prancing in front of us all the time. So, and if you're not careful, it's not going to be a good look come January 2nd. So, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to put a get a handle on it, if you will. I mean, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I like to indulge sometimes, but you have to have it in moderation, okay? So, because if you're not careful, 2026 will roll around and we'll be out. Roll out the barrel. Let's have a barrel of flap. I mean, of fun. And we don't want that. Or we'll be doing shake, jiggle, and roll. Shake, jiggle, and roll. We don't want that either, okay? We don't. All right. So, you know I'm not body shaming. I'm not body shaming at all, and I'm not casting aspersions, and I'm not trying to make you feel any old type of way, but the goal is to age well and to gracefully and healthily, and you can't do that if you are completely overindulging and not really being cognizant of what you're putting inside your mouth, okay? Because an average person, and we are not average because we are big agers, big age lovers, okay? But the average person gains between 8 and 10 pounds during the Halloween and January 2nd. So, and 10 pounds is not a good look. It's not. We don't want that. Your clothes don't fit. You don't feel well. Your stomach protrudes. It just, you're stuffed up. You're backed up. It's just not a good look. So, all right. What we're going to do is talk about the 5 tips on how to not have that happen. Did I just have a brain fart? I think I did. I just had a brain fart. Okay. All right. So, but on the other hand, hey, if you're happy that you're fluffy, clap your hands. If you're happy that you're fluffy, clap your hands. So, hey, if this works for you, fine. If it doesn't, take what works and leave the rest, okay? Because it's all about you. Do you, boo. Do your thing, okay? The goal, however, is to age gracefully and healthily. All right. So, and you want to stay sharp, you want to stay cogent, smart, you want to be strong, and you want to look good while doing it, okay? Because who does not want to look good? So here are my 5 tips. All right, let's get into it. The first thing that you want to do is this arsenal is very important. You cannot get any place without this arsenal. It's very important. You must have it. You must have it at any cost, and it is such a wonderful thing to have. You won't want to know. You wouldn't know what to do if you didn't have it, because if you didn't, you'd be crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Okay, so I think what you want to do is you got to have the big D in your life. The big D. There's nothing wrong with some big D, okay? So if any of them, I'm gonna spell it for you guys so that you don't misunderstand what I'm talking about, okay? So it's you ready for it? Okay, so it's D-I. Now you guys know that I wasn't gonna spell the nickname for the name Richard. You know that. I am ratchet at times, but I'm not ratchet today. Okay? I try not to be ratchet during the holidays. The word that I'm talking about is discipline. Discipline. You got to have discipline. You must have discipline. And the discipline is defined as the ability to control your own behavior, and it is rooted in self love and self respect. Think about that. Discipline is rooted in self love and self respect because it's defined as the ability to control your own behavior. Okay? So, having the big D and wanting the big D is the first thing that we have to have in our quest not to be two tons of fun at the end of January, okay? Or at the beginning of January. Number two, do not have extra cookies and cakes and desserts and whatnot in your house, in your cupboard, on your counter, just sitting there waiting for you to devour them, calling your name when you pass them. Calling your name when you open up the cupboard door or the pantry door. They're just calling you, a cacophony of your name just being called all throughout the pantry and on the counter. You don't need that. I'm not saying you have to deprive yourself. You don't need to deprive yourself, but if you want a cookie or feel like a cookie or a dessert, go to the bakery and get enough for one serving or two servings. If you want to, if you feel like a pie, go to the store and buy a slice of pie or to the bakery and buy a slice of pie. You don't need a whole pie, especially if you're one person with one whole pie. Oh, that's just too much. It's too much. So you don't have to eat everything that's put in front of you. You've had cookies and pies and desserts before. You don't need to eat them again continuously. You just really don't. Again, think about that big old D. That big old D, baby bubba. Oh, I'm just so silly. Okay. Uh, okay, another thing. Number three, you want to weigh yourself. Want to weigh yourself at least once a week, naked, with no shoes and sandals on, okay? Let me tell you a story. Back in the day when I was really, really, really anal, even more so now, I would have a chart. This was back in the day, in the 20th century. I would have a chart that had the date, the weight, and comments. And I would talk about myself so badly if I gained a half a pound or a pound. In the comments section, I would put these, you know, unfriendly and unloving comments about me and my ability to stay on track, and it was just terrible. It really was. I really should have showed myself much more grace and not been so hard on myself. And luckily, I've grown out of that. I don't do the chart anymore. I haven't done it in ages, but I certainly remember what the weight is. As a matter of fact, last what was it last what was it Friday? Last Friday, I weighed myself, and I weighed myself before Thanksgiving, and then I weighed myself just yesterday, Thursday. Yesterday, I weighed myself Thursday, and I've lost a half a pound, which is a big deal to me, and all because of. And I did indulge on Thanksgiving. I did, but in moderation, and that scale is a definite accountability partner, if you will, to keep you on track. So, weighing yourself once a week and being cognizant of the fact that the scales really don't lie. And also another thing that you can do is you can every week you can try on a favorite pair of your jeans or a skirt, a pair of pants, a dress. Try something on that you like and that you've worn comfortably, a couple months before the holidays, and try that on once a week, and that is definitely an indicator that you are missing the mark, if you will. If it's too tight, you can't hardly get it on. I mean, come on now. You can't blame it on the dry cleaners. It hasn't been to the dry cleaners. So come on, buck up. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. If you had that week five cookies and three brownies and couple slices of cheesecake and maybe some pasta, that's going to show up all on the butt, all on the bootay. It's going to all on the thighs. It is, and it's not a good look. It really, really isn't. So doing that is also a wonderful way to keep you on track. Okay. Again, you got to utilize that big D because it's very, very important. Discipline is very, very important. And you also, when you're hosting, if you're hosting an event, make sure you have to be strategic. You have to plan. If you're going to have an event, try not to make so many leftovers that, unless you're going to take those leftovers and feed them to the homeless. If you're not, after you've given the to go plates to whoever, like my son and my grandson were here for Thanksgiving, and after we had a very nice, fulfilling, substantial meal. I packed their to-go plates, and then after they left, there was enough food for Friday and Saturday, which is what I planned. And then as of Sunday, last Sunday, the 30th, I've been back to my regular, concoction of my veggies and my protein and my you know apples and broccoli, cauliflower, and onions and whatnot, and my unsalted chicken broth. It's it's very very seasoned and it tastes good. No salt, low sodium salt or whatnot, and it's very very good. My cherry tomato. It's very healthy, very good, very filling. So but again, I'm like I said, I'm so anal. I've been anal for so long. I'm just so used to it now. So it doesn't really matter to me. It is what it is. It is what it is. And like I said, I've dropped weight this year, and I want to make certain I keep that momentum up. And so again, it's a mindset. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So you just got to decide that that's what you want to do. Um, Again, the big D, discipline, discipline. And also, my last point is fasting. Fast, fast, fast. The day after a big indulgence or before a big indulgence, plan on fasting. Meaning that it's 24 hours, or if you want to start off early, slow at first, baby steps. You can do 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I do a 24-hour, and I don't have anything to eat, nothing that I'm chewing. I have green tea, decaf green tea with lemon, and I can have chicken broth. Low sodium. I have no sodium in my chicken broth at all. It's unsalted. I can have that. And if I want to have something to chew, I can do sugarless gum. I like sugarless gum. However, you have to be careful because chewing gum causes air in your stomach and that exacerbates hunger pains. And that might not be good for you, but I'm used to it. Doesn't matter to me at all. In fact, I chew right through them damn hunger pains. It's kind of, come through, hunger pains. I got you. You ain't got, hunger pains ain't got nothing on me. I'm so silly. So, anywho, those are just my tips. I mean, those are my tips. It'll get easier once you get the hang of it. And first and foremost, do not do this without talking to your doctor, your PCP. I'm not a doctor. They need to know what's going on. They need to know that you're fasting, how long you're fasting, that you're wanting to fast. And also another thing about fasting, you might want to consider doing it once a month after the New Year starts. Every month is a new month. Maybe every month you can fast for 24 hours. You're not going to die from it. You're not going to die because you're going to have chicken broth and it should be unsalted. And you're going to have liquids. You can have tea. You can have water. I wouldn't do coffee unless it's black because a lot of folks don't like black coffee. So then you'll have, the creamer and the sugar and all that, and that defeats the purpose. But start off small. Baby step. Do what you have to do, and it'll get done. Okay, and you got to make certain moves. You got to move around. You got to dance. You got to walk. You have to, maybe do some jump roping. You have to do some swimming in a heat of pool, of course, because it's cold as heck right now. Get on the treadmill, take some boxing lessons. There's also exercises you can do in a chair. If you go to YouTube, it's a channel called 90s Mixed Silver Sneakers Class, June of 2020. I didn't discover it until a few years ago, and I do it when the weather is really dreadful outside, really, really, really cold. I'm not going to walk outside if it's like 32 degrees. Even 47 is pushing it, but I'll do 47, 48. Or I'm not walking outside if it's 100 degrees. I'm not doing that either. But in addition to the other exercises that I do, the chair exercises are very, very substantial, and it's a good workout. It's almost 30 minutes. So that's an opportunity. It's called Metro Physical Therapy YouTube 90s Mixed Silver Sneakers class. So staying fabulous, healthy, and being fit takes discipline, the big D's. Discipline, determination, and dedication. All of it. All of it. We have to do it, okay? And I'm doing this because I am getting rid of the notes that I'm looking at. So that's why I'm not just like licking my fingers just because I'm not okay. But remember, nothing worth having comes easy, and you know what, you want to enjoy yourself this holiday season, but do it in moderation. Don't be gluttonous. That's not a good look. It's not cute, okay? And you're not ready to box it all up and put it in a box and then put it under the bed. You're not ready for that. You have a whole wonderful life to continue living the world, and I know the world is spiraling out of control like a whirling dervish and a Tasmanian devil. Every day there's some new fresh hell that awaits us. But we have to know that we got to take the ball. Take the ball. We got to take the bull by the horns, like my mama used to say, and show this thing called life what we're working with, okay? You are empowered to do and accomplish all good things, and you're still alive. Your life is still good. Your dreams are still good, and your greater days are ahead of you, okay? You've got this, gorgeous. You've got this. Believe that. Believe that. Okay? Life is good and it's going to get better. Yeah, there's some challenges and trials, tribulations, some disappointments and all that. But you know what? That's part of the patina for the soul. You're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. You have to believe this. You're going to enjoy your holidays. You're going to eat in moderation and drink in moderation so that when the January comes, you can still fit in your clothes. You can still look good, okay? Because that's what you want to do. Make sure you check me out on Instagram as well. My handle is Robinson Robin R. Robinson Robin R. And I want to thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. I love doing these videos. I hope that I'm giving you some sort of, insight and motivation, inspiration, hoping to make you laugh and the whole bit, and that you like them as well. Please continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please do that. And you continue to be fabulous, be well, be happy, be blessed. Take care of your gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous self, okay? And I will be talking to you soon. Take it easy. Be good to yourself. I'll talk to you later. All right, now, be good. Bye, gorgeous.